Okay, so we've been digging into the Viture Luma XR glasses, and wow, the sources we found, it's like night and day. Half are these glowing tech specs, the other half, well, let's just say some pretty tough user experiences. Our mission here is basically to give you the real scoop, help you get properly well-informed about this gadget. We're trying to slice through the hype, mix the lab specs with what people are actually saying, the good and the bad.
Right. And the main hook, the big promise here, it's all about that screen. They're essentially saying you can ditch your small phone screen for this huge personal virtual display anywhere. That's the core idea, yeah. Instant big screen.
Okay, let's talk specs then. This technical promise, Viture calls it the visual sweet spot. They're talking about feeling like you're watching a massive 146-inch screen, and the resolution is 1200p, but they claim it looks almost 4K-like in clarity.
And that 4K-like bit is important. Reviewers generally agree it does look really sharp. It gets rid of that old screen door effect you sometimes saw in earlier AR glasses.
Yeah.
And the engine behind it. It uses Sony displays, which helps it hit a 50-degree field of view. And, get this, 1,000 nits of brightness. That's pretty bright.
1,000 nits. So what does that actually mean for someone just, using it day to day?
Well, it means the picture should stay sharp and visible even if you're outside in brighter conditions. That's been a real issue for older mobile displays.
Right. And the design seems pretty focused on comfort, too. It looks sleek, kind of futuristic. Plus, they added these electrochromic lenses, fancy way of saying they auto-dim, like sunglasses.
Exactly. Helps cut down glare significantly.
Yeah.
And another big comfort feature, especially for people like me, is the built-in myopia adjustment. Goes up to 6.0 diopters.
Oh, nice. So no need to try and wear your regular glasses underneath.
Nope, that's the idea.
Yeah.
Solves a huge hassle. They also apparently upgraded the audio to ACC, supposedly better sound than their older Viture Pro model. So yeah, they're definitely aiming high-end here.
Okay, that all sounds pretty impressive on paper, but, company websites always show the best side. How does this actually hold up when real users get their hands on them?
Well, that's where it gets interesting. The visuals. People generally agree very sharp, high quality, feels immersive. That part seems to deliver.
But there's a but, isn't there?
There is. A couple of consistent technical complaints pop up. First, the built-in audio. Despite the ACC upgrade, many users say it's just weak. Kind of ironic for a personal cinema device, right?
Yeah, a bit. What else?
The fit. It seems really sensitive. If the glasses aren't sitting just right on your face, that amazing clarity starts to blur, especially around the edges or corners.
Wait, so you've got this super bright, sharp screen, custom lenses. But if you tilt your head wrong, it gets blurry. That sounds like it could be really annoying. Makes that premium experience kind of inconsistent.
Precisely. Consistency seems to be a challenge depending on fit. And speaking of premium, the price reflects that too. It's $399 on their site, but jumps to $499 on Amazon. Plus, accessories cost extra.
Okay, so it's pricey, but the issues go beyond just the tech and cost, right? You mentioned some logistical problems.
Well, yeah. This is where the user feedback gets quite critical, moving away from the device itself to the whole buying and support experience. And frankly, some of it is pretty concerning.
Like what? This is the stuff people really need to be aware of.
We found reports talking about really significant delays in actually getting the glasses. One person ordered back in mid-September and, as of their report, still hadn't received them. Apparently, shipments from China were heavily delayed.
Oof, okay. That's bad.
It gets worse. Another user reported their package finally arrived completely empty.
Empty? Seriously?
Seriously. And then their attempts to contact customer support for help or even just get a refund were apparently ignored for weeks. They got so frustrated they ended up just giving up and buying from a different brand.
Wow. An empty box and no support. That's not just bad logistics. That completely undermines the whole premium product idea.
Exactly. It raises real questions about their operations behind the scenes.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up for everyone listening. What's the bottom line here? The Viture Luma glasses do seem to offer a really sharp, bright, immersive visual experience. Technically, on the screen front, they seem to deliver.
Right, the visual tech seems solid.
But you absolutely have to weigh that against some known downsides. The built-in audio isn't great, the perfect fit can be tricky to achieve, and maybe most importantly, these documented pretty severe issues with actually getting the product delivered and getting help. if something goes wrong.
Mm-hmm. So I guess the final thought we'd leave you with is this. How great does the core technology need to be to make up for the risk of, serious delivery delays or even getting an empty box with no support? When does that customer frustration start to completely cancel out the promise of a premium device? That's the real question mark hanging over these glasses right now.